There's a lot of weird things that have been created over the years, such as Lord Farquaad's face reveal and Dr. Disrespect's leaked DMs, but most of them don't compare to the cult created in the 1950s known as Scientology. Created by this guy, L. Ron Hubbard, who looks like he wants to snatch your little brother and take him to Little St. James Island, which was initially seen as not part of a religion, but a quote-unquote path to self-improvement and spiritual enlightenment. To me, it just sounds like a hippie trying to sell me fentanyl, but I don't know, I digress. The first ever church was formed in 1954 in Los Angeles, California, and to me, it just seems that California gets all the cool stuff, like Disneyland, and peaceful protests that happen every other week. The head of the church, L. Ron Hubbard, positioned it as a religion to be relieved from all tax from the good old USA government. Similar to the church, I also don't pay my taxes. Paying your taxes is for quitters, and mama ain't raised no quitter, boy, so we ain't paying. There are three main reasons why Scientology sucks overall. Here they are. Reason number one is some of the teachings inside of the church were known as thetans, and apparently the teaching had been claimed to unlock human spiritual abilities. They also believed that humans had godlike potential. I honestly don't know if they thought that they were cooking with the idea of potentially making someone the brand new avatar and saving everyone from the Fire Nation, but to me it just seems like a bunch of teenagers made this inside of the fantasy subreddit and thought it was a good idea to worship. Reason numero dos why Scientology sucks so bad is because of an operation they pulled off back in the day called Operation Snow White, which sounds like an operation name they would have used to kill Osama bin Laden back in 2011, where they infiltrated government facilities and eradicated bad files on Scientology. If it wasn't for the fact that this was done by Scientology, this would make a killer Mission Impossible plot where Snow White infiltrated with an AK-47 into government facilities and just cleared out the files. To add on to the second point, when you join Scientology, they make you do a process known as auditing where you confess all of your past crimes to them. What they're doing is essentially interrogating you to get information out of you to inevitably hold it against you. Like the IRS does to me when I don't pay my taxes. Still not paying, bitch! One of the more known reasons as to why Scientology sucks is they do a process called disconnection, which is kind of what makes Scientology a scummy and twisted cult. It's essentially the practice of not being able to talk to anyone who leaves Scientology, so just like one big IRL block button. To put this into perspective, let's just say you and your buddy Herbert the pervert were inside of Scientology, and then one day you woke up and you thought, wow, this shit really sucks. So then you left. Your buddy Herbert the pervert could not speak to you again up until he left Scientology. I really hope that made sense. Overall, Scientology is really just for very famous people to probably get tax cuts on shit and to, manipulate other people into joining, which sounds similar to another thing that happened a while ago where a man had an island and there was a lot of people on it. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, would you mind leaving a like on the video? This took me a while to make, especially with all the images and the voiceovers. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. If you're complaining about the gameplay, I'm gonna kill you.